Let's fight. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. Whether you guys are joining us on Twitter, you're joining us on YouTube, you're joining us on Facebook. Welcome in the ring at home here in Guyana or around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in the ring. And you guys know we call Twitter the Bel Air of social media, the Pradoville 2, not even Pradoville 1, the Pradoville 2 of social media. And then you have YouTube, the suburbs of social media. And then you got Facebook. Facebook is the ghetto. Is the ghetto. Yep, but we like being there. We like being in the ghetto. That's how we roll. Great to have all of you guys in the ring this evening, joining us so very soon as you come on board, share the live stream. Great to see all of you guys pouring into the arena this evening. Good to have you, Naomi Morris and Candy, Naleen, Inderjeet, and Marky. Good to see you there. Carol, James, great to have you, Carol. Really good to see all of you guys. Vashti Magnot is in the arena this evening. Rupert Young is in the arena as well. Barbara Austin is in the arena live and direct. Estelle Griffith is here. Am I pronouncing it right? Estelle Griffith. Wills Felix. Is it Seymour or Seedmore? Y'all got these fancy names. Your parents couldn't give you all some easy names like Jack and Sue. Great to have you there. Nonetheless, Wills Felix. Courtly Gill is here with us as well. Deborah Simona Lynch. Deborah, I've missed you for a couple of days. Hope you are well, Deborah. I see Sharma Grant Melville is here as well. Claire Capel is in the arena tonight. Viola Duvoir is in the arena as well. Great to see you, Viola. Diane Fordyce is with us as well. Viola, where are you joining us from? Viola Duvoir. Where are you joining us from, Viola? Please let us know. I keep seeing this name here in Chinese writing, but my Mandarin isn't that good anymore. So let me know in English who you are. Cheryl Haywood. Great to have all of you guys. Again, Carmelita Nichols is here. Good to see you, Carmelita. Beverly Booker is with us as well. Janet Coates, Ariel Abrams, Prince, Junior Akeem, Diane Fordyce is here too. Another Diane, Mitchell Henry. All the Dianes have come out this evening. Joan Robinson, Dion, Ayana, BB Sandyford. One person, you know, with all those names. Tamara Isaacs is here as well. Brenda Casey is up in the Hizza. Forbes Bob is here. Great to see you, Forbes. Good to have you back. Good to have you back. I see Marissa Andrews is with us and Kim Walker. Wilton Blue, come on down. Great to see you, Wilton. All of you fantastic folks. Ariel Abrams again. Nice to have you. Keva, good to see you, Keva, there. Gemma George is in the arena as well. Marcelos is here. Sharon Mercurius, Odessa, Wart Dean, come on down. Good to see you, fantastic folks. Folks, we got to fight. We cannot give up. We got to keep fighting. We got to keep fighting. We got to keep fighting. From every quarter, folks, we got to keep fighting. Good to have you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome in the ring. Let me give you that wake-up call there. Good to have all of you guys in the ring. Mary Cummins, Adele, good to see you there. Nina Washington Thomas. Good to see you, Sister Nina. Good to have you. Mrs. Thomas, great to see you there. Dennis London Welshman. Nina, how is OC doing? And the little one, give them our regards. Give them our regards. And I hope you're in the country. You don't tell me nothing. Because like you will hide from me because I'm going to ask you to partner with us on this program. Nina, watching you. All right. Sarah Goodrich is here as well. Karen Welcome is here. Don Gordon is here. Nicole, y'all folks, the register going. Great to have all of you. Nonetheless, folks, we are ready at our end, and we hope that you guys are too. Welcome in the ring. Welcome into the arena. Wherever you guys are joining us from, you at home here in Guyana or somewhere around the world in Region 11. Again, great to have all of you folks here with us. We would have it no other way. We would have it no other way. So great again to see Gail Allicock Gail Alicock is with us this evening. I want to know where Gail is joining us from. New Jersey. Good to see you, Gail. Margaret Nelson from Charleston, South Carolina. Philip Bombury from Toronto. Alexis Archer all the way from beautiful Wickenham. Good to see you. Stacey Wade, Edward Wade, the in-laws. Wendell Jeffrey joining us from the UK. Marilyn Thomas, Eva Jarek, Elizabeth Norine, Lynette Duncan Hall. Lynette Hall Duncan, great to see all of you folks. Whether you're joining us from Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, North America, South America, Antarctica, all of the continents of the world. We know Guyanese every place. Welcome in the ring, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And it's really great to have all of you. It is really great to have all of you. And we hope you guys aren't taking no stress from nobody. We trust that you guys have had a fantastic day at work, that you worked for the man, you put in the work, and you've earned that pay, that wage, that salary the right way. Good to have all of you guys in the ring. And you know, as you come into the arena this evening, you got to share the live stream, guys. Share that live stream. I want to see those emojis. How did the day treat you guys? How did today treat you? Did you get all you want out of the day? I know there were challenges, but did you surmount those challenges in only the way a true ringsider can? Pong for pong, glove to glove. Good to have all of you in the ring with us, folks. Again and again, love having each and every one of you. And let's fight, folks. Lots to discuss with you this evening. Some guests might even be dropping by tonight. So we are so happy to have you guys in the ring with us. And folks, I don't know about you, but I am ready to go. We are ready with the hot topics, guys. We are ready. I am so happy to be here. Rowena Cummins and is it Sarah Goodrich is there, and Karen, welcome. Dawn Gordon, fantastic folks. Good to see each and every one of you. And as you know, guys, as I have your attention, just before we head to see what's on the fight card, we have been asking you guys to partner with us. And guys, we are growing from strength to strength. If y'all are see what is happening behind the scenes, if y'all are see what we are preparing for you guys, we're going to be celebrating our first anniversary in November. And we are going to be expanding, or at least attempting to expand our operations, guys. And you're going to be happy with the way we have been progressing. And this is one of the reasons why we ask you guys to come on board and to partner with us. The bills got to be paid. Somebody got to help us to keep the lights on. Somebody got to help to pay for the internet. Guys, so glad having all of you with us. And so we've been inviting you guys to partner with us on a monthly basis for as low as $5 US, $10, $15, $20 US to help us keep doing what we have been doing here in the ring, folks, on your behalf. We are powered by you. And there's no better feeling, folks, than being powered by the people. And so at the Cash App platform, it's a $ in the ring 592. I know Nina Washington, like you folks there in Canada and in the UK and in the US, knows about Cash App. It's a $ in the ring 592. Come on, folks, help us move forward. At PayPal, it's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. That's our PayPal email address. It's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. At MoneyGram, that's a Guyanese Cash App. At MoneyGram, our number is 627-6963. 627-6963. You have any queries, you need any guidance, you have photographs, you have an information tip, you got a little video, folks, share it with us on that number on WhatsApp. But that's our MMG number, 627-6963. And we're available on the traditional platforms. That's MoneyGram and Western Union. And you can, again, WhatsApp that number for any guidance, 62763, on how you should proceed, or if you hit any hiccups. Great to have you folks on board with us. We need all of your help in moving forward. Folks, let me tell you all this. They've got some people who frightened to advertise with us. So we cannot depend on advertising. Why? Because they know the PPP wicked, stink, and dirty. Let me see if I can say that more eloquently. The PPP are wicked, stink, and dirty. And so we have come to you, the people, to come on board and partner with us so that we can move these efforts forward. That being said, folks, I am ready to head into the ring to see what's on the fight card, folks. We want to show you guys. I'm excited to show you guys what's the lineup this evening on the fight card. Thanks very much to each and every one of you for being here in the ring with us, wherever you're joining us from, at home, in Guyana, or around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Great to have all of you with us, as I've said. And let's get to it, guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. Wherever you're joining us from, welcome. Sukchan Sudhari. Sukchan on Twitter. Sukchan on TikTok. Sukchan all over. Gavin Liverpool, good to see you as well. Real Norris, good to see you. Kesh Sharma, ding, 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 ding. Good to see you, Kesh. And Robin Allen Barnwell. Robin gets spot. Congratulations, Robin. Mrs. Barnwell. Alvin Prince. Good to see all you fantastic folks. Jermaine Osborne, I spot you there. David Wood, Myrtle Hines, Cheryl Gillis. All you fantastic folks. Veronica Primo Rollins and David Wood. All of you guys, welcome in the ring. And do remember to share the live stream. We want to see those emojis as well, guys. Show us those emojis. Show us your emotions out there. That being said, let's get on with it. As the British would say, let's just get on with it. A very good night to all of those joining us from the UK as well. On the fight card this evening, of course, you know, we got to touch on the Jagabats. We cannot do this without touching on the Jagabats. And some of them I want to touch on as well. Some of them are so deceitful and dishonest. They tell so much untruths. And it's one thing with the Jagabats. They don't like to do research. So when you ask them to do things like a study for the Harbor Bridge, the new Harbor Bridge, what name, sir? What name, sir? It's a no-brainer. They think they make money. It's a no-brainer. They think they'll be good for the environment. You ask them to do a study for the gas to shore project that they want to land at Wales. What name, sir? It's a no-brainer. They don't like to read. They don't like to do research. Those things are difficult for them. They don't like to engage information as academics. And that is why they are Jagabats. And that is why you guys are going to share the live stream so that we can continue to expose them. One such Jagabat is Sanjeev Datadin. You know the man, I know the man, we all know the man. And recently, Sanjeev Datadin told a big, fat lie. And we're going to expose them. We are going to expose them. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know we've been talking about what's been happening with the sugar industry and how, because it's the base of the PPP, they have been pouring billions of dollars into the sugar industry. As soon as a cane worker strike, it's more money. As soon as a cane worker sneeze, it's more money. While 2 budgets later, public servants have received zero. And we continue to say, we have no trouble with sugar workers, our brothers and sisters in the sugar sector, in the sugar industry, getting their just deserves, but we want equity for our brothers and sisters in the public sector as well. And that is why when we heard Datadin quite recently, we have to point out that he's telling a big fat lie. Now, Datadin says that under the new AFC, no severance was paid to the workers, and that is why the PPP installed catfish regime has to now go and pay this severance $250,000 each to 7,500 cane workers who, according to them, were retrenched in the reorganizing of the sugar industry, the restructuring and right sizing of the sugar industry under the APNU AFC. They said they were not paid severance. They were not paid severance. So now they have to go and pay them severance. But that is nothing but a big fat lie. It's an untruth. It is far from the truth as anything could be. It is like this statement about Mr. Greene burning down the Brickdam police station. It is divorced from the truth. It is a stranger to the truth. What Datadin said was a big fat lie, ladies and gentlemen. And as you share this live stream, as you guys share this live stream, as you click on those emojis to let us know how you're feeling out there, we want to expose that big fat lie. So again, last evening, Datadin was on this program saying that no severance was paid to the sugar workers under the APNU AFC, and we want to show you what he said, right? And we want to show you what really happened. We want to show you that what really, you can't trust these guys. It's a pack of liars. Listen to what he said and listen to what actually happened after that. What he said and what actually happened. Oh my Lord, what a lie.
Yeah, I just wanted to come back to the issue of the sugar workers and the fact that the vice president has made a decision that everybody who was dismissed essentially would receive this one-off payment of $240,000 or $250,000. All of the sugar workers will receive that. And there are people who are saying that, look, how are you doing that? And why are you doing that? But you gotta go back. You gotta go back to doing what's right. You can't just keep moving forward and don't address what you've done wrong. The last administration dismissed everybody. Ed, the law is very clear. There has to be severance benefits. There have to be benefits that you give in terms of severance pay, in terms of what pensions have been paid. You got to give back people money. You got to give them, you're supposed to give them a couple months' salary or at least 1 month's salary if you're just dismissing them without giving them the requisite notice. All of these things arise. And Ed, this was something that since it occurred in 2017 has been going around. And one of the things in our manifesto, the PPPC, we promised to address it.
Minister of Agriculture Noel Holder, during his 2019 budget presentation, had explained that the monies for the payment were secured and Gaisuco is fully prepared to commence payments once Justice Kisoon made his ruling. High Court Judge Justice Sandil Kisoon ruled that the workers are to be paid interest in addition to their severance. The retrenched workers gathered at the estate's pay office to collect their benefits. Retrenched workers Andrew George and Satrahan Singh expressed their satisfaction with receiving their payments.
Well, I feel good because I'm happy because I've been over 3 years to it already and thank God for it.
I would feel proud to know that I'm taking home what I've been working for the past 30 years for.
Retrenched worker Alvin Bradford told InfoHub that he is happy to receive his payments and expressed his gratitude to the government of Guyana.
And whatever happened today, I'm so proud of it because we waited so long for this moment. And today is a day for we. We all, Cane Cutter, should have been proud for today. I should have thanked the president, Mr. Ranger, whatever, and Nagamutu, whatever they do for us today. I'm grateful for it beside me and all the other cane cutter, we call it cane harvester.
Payments will continue on Saturday, December 8th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Wales Estate Pay Office on the west bank of Demerara.
Yeah, I just wanted to come back to the issue of the sugar workers and the fact that the vice president has made a decision that everybody who was dismissed essentially would receive this one-off payment of $240,000 or $250,000. All of the sugar workers will receive that. And there are people who are saying that, look, how are you doing that? And why are you doing that? But you gotta go back. You gotta go back to doing what's right. You can't just keep moving forward and don't address what you've done wrong. The last administration dismissed everybody. Ed, the law is very clear. There has to be severance benefits. There have to be benefits that you give in terms of severance pay, in terms of what pensions have been paid. You got to give back people money. You got to give them, you're supposed to give them a couple months' salary or at least 1 month's salary if you're just dismissing them without giving them the requisite notice. All of these things arise. And Ed, this was something that since it occurred in 2017 has been going around. And one of the things in our manifesto, the PPPC, we promised to address it.
Minister of Agriculture Noel Holder, during his 2019 budget presentation, had explained that the monies for the payment were secured and Gaisuco is fully prepared to commence payments once Justice Kisoon made his ruling. High Court Judge Justice Sandil Kisoon ruled that the workers are to be paid interest in addition to their severance. The retrenched workers gathered at the estate's pay office to collect their benefits. Retrenched workers Andrew George and Satrahan Singh expressed their satisfaction with receiving their payments.
Well, I feel good because I happy because we over 3 years wait already and thank God for it.
I would feel proud to know that I'm taking home what I've been working for the past 30 years for.
Retrenched worker Alvin Bradford told InfoHub that he is happy to receive his payments and expressed his gratitude to the government of Guyana.
And whatever happened today, I'm so proud of it because we waited so long for this moment. And today is the day for we. We all, Cane Cutter, should have been proud for today. I should have thanked the president, Mr. Ranger, whatever, and Nagamutu, whatever they do for us today. I'm grateful for it beside me and all the other cane cutter, we call it cane harvester.
Payments will continue on Saturday, December 8th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Wales Estate Pay Office on the west bank of Demerara.
Yeah, I just wanted to come back to the
Yep,
issue of
folks,
the sugar
and
workers.
it's a lie. It's a lie. You hear lie? That is lie. Folks, I'm putting a status there. I'm putting a hashtag, and I want y'all to put it up on your status. Datadin lie. Hashtag Datadin lie. Put it up on Facebook. Let the world know they are liars. That is what they are. They do no research. They read nothing. And when they do that, they come to spin. It was a lie. If you go with what they say, if you go by what they say, you would think the APNU AFC coalition never did anything for this country. We just sat down for 5 years and waited on them. Big fat lie. You want to give your people money, give them money. Oh, but don't lie on other people, man. That didn't come on. A big liar like you, sir, a big lawyer like you, come on, Datadin. That is a lie. Alia Waldron is a lie. And Alia says a lying tongue is an abomination. You're right. Big fat liar. It's a big fat lie. Datadin lie. Put up on a status somewhere. Hashtag Datadin lie. And folks, I want to show you as you share the live stream who the PPP be. I want to show you guys who they are. They ain't easy. Right? So while Datadin was telling there his big fat lie, ladies and gentlemen, that big fat lie, I want to show you all something. Well, not a lot of people watch them. Would have been missed in that program. I want to show you all something. So on that program that Datadin was on, folks, y'all better share the live stream. Let the folks in the diaspora, in the international community, see who they have to deal with. You can imagine Datadin carrying a case to court against a perceived APNU AFC person. If this man is lying so barefaced to the public, oh, we never give severance pay. So the God, Jack Dio, got to come and give them 1.8 billion in severance pay now. If he could tell that big fat lie, knowing the truth, or as they say in law, he has constructive knowledge, right? He has constructive knowledge. He can get the information that reveals to him what is the true state of affairs. No, but he wants to come and lie to the base. Folks, y'all better share the live stream. So while he was on that program, he was joined. This is the part you got to see because I want to show you guys who these folks are. He was joined by this other ways. This other Jagabat. All right? He was joined by this other Jagabat. All right? If you know it, you're missing nothing. But this is Edward Lane. This fella was dismissed from NCN for fraud. Dismissed from NCN for fraud, but he's somewhere between NCN and DPI as a top executive getting millions of dollars per month. Now, they're doing this program as a political program on their page on social media. All is well and good. All is well and good. All parties got their political pages and their programs. But you cannot use government assets and resources to do that. It is against the law. So while they appear in this Zoom program, you might have missed the detail in the corner. You might have missed that little detail in the corner, but we want to reveal it to you. What was written in the fine prints there that you may have missed. While they were lying on the previous administration, bare face. Folks, you all sharing this live stream. We want to see those emojis. The thing was so nice. The lie was so juicy. I had to play it twice. We had to play it twice. Look what was in the corner there. Look what was in the corner there, folks. In that little corner. Y'all ready for it? What story, hey? What story, hey? What was in that corner? Ta-da! GPI Guyana. So they are on the PPP Facebook page using government resources for the purpose of spreading propaganda on behalf of their political party. Using the state's resources. Let me show you that photograph before. You see the little text in the corner there? We don't miss nothing. We don't miss that. A pack of liars, corrupt people. When you are using government's resources, the state resources, for your party purposes, that is an act of corruption. And that is what transpired last night on the PPP page. Corruption. DPI Guyana, state resources being used. Y'all better share the live stream. Y'all only come to view, get the information, soak it in, and then you're gone. You better share so other people can get the information as well. Keshama, you share the live stream. Rohan Roberts, you share the live stream. Stacey and Stoll, have you shared it? A big, fat lie. Moving on to the COVID front. Y'all know what has been happening there. Y'all know what has been happening on the COVID front. And we want to return to this issue of the 14-year-old boy who would have died after taking that COVID-19 vaccine, the Pfizer jab. Died immediately. We're seeing some information that suggests, again, from the pathologist, he would have suffered a blood clot to the brain. That is according to the autopsy that was performed. He suffered a blood clot to the brain. Another piece of information we're seeing suggests, put it in another way rather, that there was a massive brain bleed. And they are suggesting he had a heart disease prior. Well, they can say anything now to cover themselves. They can say he had chigger, he had one side Bigfoot, all kind of story they can make up. But this is what they're saying, right? Massive brain bleed, blood clotting on the brain, and he had a heart condition. We wanted to appraise you of that, folks, as we move along. And again, we encourage you guys to share the live stream so that people aren't duped by these big fat lies that they're telling. And we're gonna, as we get more information on that, we are going to update you guys. And as we run the COVID front, we are seeing suggestions that they want to bring a new COVID-19 card, a new COVID-19 vaccination card. And that card raising a lot of tension. And we know in this lying, corrupt administration, this card is a hot ticket, a hot commodity. A hot commodity. Right? And so they're trying now the best. They really want it, but it's the public pushback. Like the pushback that Ringsiders have been bringing to bear on this issue that got them backpedaling now and trying to tighten up the system. Really and truly, they don't care. Whoever got to make money got to make money. This is how they operate. We are watching the progress of this matter. As we get more information, you guys are going to be updated first, because that's how we roll. Share the live stream. Again, we return our attention to this whole issue of the fires of the PPP. Just today, we made to understand that, again, there was a fire alarm at NIS. There was a fire alarm at NIS. And we're being told, very sadly, that while people in the front building of NIS are usually notified that there is a fire, the people in the other buildings in that main compound there are oblivious and are not evacuated. And so they got to correct that. This is Fire Prevention Week and the fire service. Come on, man. Do something. Do something. Again, we're looking at this issue of whether Clarence Greene was framed with a lighter, a wire, and a sponge. The most fantastical total confunction nonsense story of this century. You know and I know. This story here is bare confunction nonsense. Bare confunction nonsense. But again, there have been some additional information in circulation, and we wanted to bring that to your attention. We wanted to bring that to your attention, ladies and gentlemen, on this story, right? And again, there are more questions than answers that are being raised. More questions than answers, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we got to bring that information to you guys. More questions than answers. Again, by now you know, Clarence Greene, who was accused of being the fire starter here, has told police that he had nothing to do with starting that fire, and that he was forced to sign a statement that was never read to him. He was forced to sign a statement. He had nothing to do with the fire. We are learning that he denied that he ever made such a confession, and that he's accusing the police of forcing him to sign a statement after he was allegedly assaulted during questioning. And again, we're picking up this information from news source. Thank you, Uncle Gordon. Thank you, Uncle Gordon, for this information here that was published. He's accusing them of allegedly assaulting him during questioning. Again, his attorneys are maintaining that he was forced, right? But what is more, ladies and gentlemen? He said that, here is what he said. Clarence is saying that he was searched before he was put in cell number 4 inside the lockups. He was searched. So he had no lighter, he had no wire, he had no sponge, because he was searched, right? The lawyer said that their client told them that he was the only one placed in a cell, and moments after being placed there, he started to smell something. He started to smell something burning. Clarence says he was the one who raised an alarm, but he was ignored by police. Folks, y'all are hearing this? Oh, y'all better share this live stream. He said he was ignored by police. He said a prisoner in the cell next to him also raised an alarm, and that there was a burning scent coming into the cell, but that the prisoner's complaint also was ignored. According to the report, Greene told his attorneys that he eventually fell asleep, but was awakened by a prisoner at the door throwing water on him and alerting him that there was a fire. The man said by this time, smoke was coming into the cell, and the police started to evacuate them from the area. And finally, I would have you know, the man said, of course, he detailed his account, and now Clarence Greene wants yet again to be taken back, of course, with his attorneys and so forth, to the Brickdam police station, so that he can let people know exactly what happened. So that he can let folks know exactly what transpired there. And as we're on that, as we are on fire, remember we told you guys that the fire chief, Calamity in Edo or Edu, was reluctant to go on leave. Remember we told you that? Folks, we are learning this evening. That he is refusing to go on leave. He's refusing to do so. This is the fire chief, Calamity Edo. And he has said his reason for doing so is a lack of procedure in directing him to go on leave. Remember, he, in one report, I don't know if it extends to this, if this is still part of it, had said he cannot proceed on leave because he cannot do that by a phone call. He has to be written to officially, right? We are not yet able to ascertain whether this is what he's saying here when he's citing lack of procedure. But up to today, we know that he had not proceeded on leave again, citing this lack of procedure. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we invite you guys to share the live stream. We are going to be keeping our eyes on this story, and as we have information, we are going to share that information with you. We look now at, again, a fraudulent administration. In our estimation, a fraudulent administration. And the question is being asked this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have a fraud, First Lady? That is the question that is being asked. Do we have a fraud, First Lady? I already have my guest in the studio behind the scene. And you're going to, I didn't tell you I'm having this extra guest, but you are going to be very surprised by this story. Do we have a fraud first lady? That is the question that is being asked this evening. Do we have a fraud first lady? And the answer is yes. But hold y'all pen. Hold y'all pen. Hold y'all pen. Don't write nothing yet. I know some of y'all getting excited to write a letter to the editor and all manner of things. Some of them fake and fictitious and paper women organizations getting ready. Like the good Reverend Pat and so forth are getting ready. Yes, we have a fraud first lady. I will prove that to you beyond the shadow of a doubt. We have a fraud first lady. Who know and who vex. Quoting Dominic Garson, who vex. Who know is a fraud first lady. Is a fraud first lady. We have a fraud first lady. Let me tell you why I'm saying that. Let me give you the reason why I'm saying that, ladies and gentlemen. The Surinamese police are hunting a fraudster pretending to be Guyana's first lady. So we have a fraud first lady. You see what I tell y'all? Hold y'all pen. Wait for the whole story. Wait for the whole story. Some of y'all getting ready to extract this piece of the program and post with some big fat lie. Wait for the story. Surinamese police are hunting a fraudster pretending to be Guyana's first lady. According to this report we're picking up out of iNews, law enforcement officers in Paramaribo on Monday arrested a man at his home for fraud, embezzlement, and theft of a necklace and bracelet. According to reports in the Sun online publication, the suspect, a Guyanese woman, defrauded several jewelers. Like the lady know the first lady, like her things very nice, like from that fancy place in the US, in New York. At the end of September, a woman of Guyanese with a Guyanese accent, according to the report, telephoned the jewelry store in Paramaribo North, pretending to be Guyana's first lady, Aria Ali, and indicated that she was interested in the jewelry posted online. During a telephone conversation, she told the people at the store that she and her brother would visit to have a look at the jewelry. This fraud first lady, not Aria, I'm happy to say, not Aria, but not fraud in that way. They wanted to have a look at the jewelry. And finally, the suspect reportedly went into the store and retrieved a bracelet and necklace from the window. Right? In an unguarded moment, the man disappeared with the jewelry. So yes, there's a fraud first lady somewhere in Paramaribo pretending, she's a great pretender, pretending to be Aria Ali. Right? Pretending to be, I got to see this woman. And as we get the photographs, we are going to publish that for you. Folks, moving along. Just recently, there was a company who said they were ready to help the police force. They were ready to step in and be of assistance because they had well-trained policemen, a well-trained force. Well, the day after that, boom, that idea crashed. That idea of a well-trained force crashed. It was Sheriff Security who had a very, very bombastic, elaborate statement on social media, said that they were ready because of the fire there. And the Brickdam police station said step in with their force. Folks, that idea has crashed. That idea has crashed. Signs of the times, ladies and gentlemen. Signs of the times. Signs of the times. Signs of the times. Gun and ammo found in security guard crotch. Gun and ammo found in security guard crotch. Now, what the police or whoever doing in the security guard crotch, that's a story by itself. That is a story by itself, ladies and gentlemen. But as I have more information on that, that story got a lot of components in it. A lot of components that, as a colleague of mine said, we'd have to unpack. But I want to bring on a guest this evening who was part of what transpired in a video that we saw outside of Republic Bank on Main Street. I want to get that video queued up for you so you have a better sense of what transpired and who was involved and exactly what was responsible for that situation there on the ground. So, folks, bear with us a second as we get that queued up for you. So take your time, peel your pine. Take your time and peel your pine, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm telling you, you're going to want to stay to the end of the program because I get an extra piece for y'all. I'll get an extra bit for y'all. So look at what transpired outside of Republic Bank as you share the live stream, as we share those emojis, and we're going to come back to the person who is central to what transpired there outside Republic Bank, and she's going to tell us what happened and what has been the outcome of that situation there. Take a listen, folks, and take a look.
It's you. You're more than wicked. You calculate with your channel stupid. She called them they're ridiculous, you know. Not mine, you know, the woman. She not be very careful. Somebody has to pick up the chair. It's you. It's you. You're more than wicked. You calculate with your channel stupid.
Folks, in that video you have seen there, in that video, I heard somebody distinctly say, you gonna cuff that woman with that child in her hands? I heard that. And this evening, we are privileged to have that young lady who was involved in that assault with us in the ring this evening. And I want to welcome her to the broadcast for the very first time, Chrisandrea Limburgh-Fernandes. Chrisandrea, very good evening. I am not hearing your audio for some reason. Ensure you have your audio on. Or Chrisandrea, what I can ask you to do is sign out and sign in back. Folks, and we are going to have her on. She was the young lady holding the baby there at the Republic Bank, and you have to hear what transpired there. I have the story before me, but I want Chrisandrea Limburgh-Fernandes to tell it in her own words what transpired at Republic Bank that caused that glass to be shattered. We got the impression as though they were people who were pressing on the bank door, right? Trying to get in to get their savings. But this story has another turn in it. It has some more information, and we try here to get all the facts. We're not about propaganda. We're about the truth, and we have to pursue the truth wherever it leads. That is why we went to Sanjeev, Datadin statement, and we went back in the archives. We have no difficulty of giving an account of how the APNU AFC government dealt with the people of this country. We have no trouble with that. And so we wanted you to hear Chrisandrea's story, because it could be anybody's story. It could be any of our stories out there. It could be Debbie Morgan's story. It could be Chen Sang Henry's story. It can be that story. It could be Robin Narayan's story, Shondell Ward's story. And so let's hold for Chrisandrea. Chrisandrea, It could be Marcia Agard's story. And I hope I have her audio now. We're gonna try it once more and see. I'm gonna ask her to unmute her mic at her end, and let's see if we have the audio better. I am still not. I don't know what is happening. You know, the devil is a liar. The devil is. I don't know why I'm not hearing Cassandra. Let me make sure I have it right here. Try it back once. Let me hear. I don't know why I'm not picking up Cassandra's audio. Let me see. Folks, stay with us. Stay with us. We want you to hear this story. I don't know why we're not picking up Cassandra's audio. Everything looks fine at my end. Cassandra, just make sure that you don't have any mute on your computer or whatever you are using. Nothing is muted at your end. The mic or anything like that is muted at your end. We really want you guys to get this story. Cassandra, I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to ask you to sign out. Again, I'm going to go to some other information and I'm going to come back to your story, Cassandra. Right? Good. Folks, I really want you guys to hear that. But that being said, we're going to pick up on some other information. Oh, Father, guys, I was going to save this for the extra. I was going to save this for the overtime. But as you guys are here with us, I want you guys to see what is happening in the housing industry. And let's hope by the time we come back, we have a better sense of why we're not getting Cassandra's audio, and our folks are able to help us with that. Right? So stay with us, folks. We want to get that information for you. What is happening out there? Right? What the hell is happening out there? All manner of things are happening out there, folks. And we want you guys, to get the credible information. So stay with us, guys. Stay with us. I got some information about what's happening in the private housing industry, especially these gated communities, right? And I'm telling y'all, don't bother with some people out there. Don't come wrong them funny. Don't come wrong them funny at all. Stay with us, folks. We're getting that information for you. Guys, you know, it is said in journalism that you report the news, but you don't become the news. Now, one of our colleagues was not so fortunate recently. He reported news, but it became the news. And I'm talking about Big Smith. The Big Smith. That is what we call him, the Big Smith. Right? Big Smith News. He focused a lot on crime. Big Smith News. And he was recently involved in one such issue. For whatever reason, I'm going to share with you what we know. And I'm telling y'all, don't come wrong, we funny. We keep saying it all the time. Bear with me. We're making sure that we have it done properly, that we're not getting into any any issues with you guys. Don't come wrong, we funny. Right? Yeah. I think we have it now. Don't come wrong, we funny, folks. And you guys are going to want to share this. Right? Don't come wrong, Big Smith funny. At all. Don't come wrong him funny. Now, the story is told that a property manager and a security guard has been charged for restricting journalist Leroy Smith from entering what is called Richmondville. It's a gated community. Richmondville is a gated community. I tell y'all, don't come wrong Leroy Smith funny at all. This is what the Kaieteur News story said. The Kaieteur News story said that this issue here was one concerning a property, this property manager of the Richmondville, right? Of Richmondville, folks, locking this journalist along with other members of that gated community out. And I want to make it clear, allegedly, we know the locking out happened. That is factual, and I will show you the locking out happened. But allegedly, for owing rent, allegedly, let me be very clear about that. That's why I tell you, don't come wrong, Big Smith funny. Allegedly. Great. So I want to show you some of that locking out. Now, Big Smith took them to court. Right? Who did he take to court? The property manager. Let me give you what the name is. Dan Shimyaraj and also one Deron Wishart. Right? They were taken to court for locking not only him but all the residents out, right? Him and all the residents, according to this report, Shemyaraj and Wishart were jointly charged under the Kidnapping Act. Under the Kidnapping Act. Now we're being made to understand that a lot of unscrupulous things, ladies and gentlemen, are happening in the housing industry. A lot of unscrupulous things, and we want to show you some of that. Bear with us, folks. Apologies there. Bear with us. Lots of unscrupulous things are happening there in the private housing industry. We want to show you some of that. A lot of unscrupulous things. Right? So, folks, take a listen and take a look at this. Take a look and take a listen at this. Oh, it's Pocatory all quarters. Pocatory in all quarters. All quarters.
Get up on Facebook, go down. Now I'm fucking paying. You have bars now. Enough boy gonna look like this.
Yeah, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see.
And I'm paying, so you're letting them out, right? Tell me in that target.
You want company lock it? I want to pay. I do lock out the money.
I want you.
Open the gate, let the people go into there.
She's gonna get another.
He's contracted by us.
Well, if he's acting on your behalf, I will have to arrest him.
Arrest her.
I am going to arrest him
I paid.
because you
I
cannot
paid.
deny these people.
Yeah.
Access to the home. I don't want this here. I did not want this to reach this. We had agreed on a condition at the station, and you came and you totally violated that.
But I thought both of them went to
We
deal
had
with the legal
understand that.
proceedings. I don't know the air, the situation.
They want to this country of free, and I'm not going to encourage that. I'm not going to encourage it. You can't lock people out of the house. If they breach the contract, you have to. Madam, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. This is the gate. This is the gate, and they must go. That's what I mean. If you have keys to the gate, open the gate, and you have to go to my job. Go into your home.
So you can't come every time. She's gonna lock
Sir,
come back.
if they lock it, I am going to take action. You just go into your home. Security,
Mr.
open the gate and allow these people to go into the house.
Oh, wait a minute.
We spoke on this after the station. We are on
You
agreement.
said to me.
I said to you
You
what I
said to
said
me,
to you.
sir.
And I
Sir,
didn't expect that you tell me
Sir?
people using the truck entrance. This is the entrance.
Sir?
This is my thing.
sir, you agreed with me.
At 6 o'clock.
You
I'm
agreed
not,
with me.
I'm not going to get
Don,
it.
the
You
police
open the
was
gate and let
wrong
the people
to
go in.
tell the security to open the gate yesterday. Yesterday, you are here. You are the
I
one
was not
who is breaching.
okay with the conditions having spoken to you.
But that's
I
okay.
explained to you.
That's okay. Thank you.
Right?
That's okay.
Open the
That's
gate,
okay.
open the gate and let
That's
the people go
okay.
in.
That's okay. Or Shiraj, whatever her name is.
Boss man, open the gate and let the people go
That
in.
is a
If you have
disrespect. We're gonna have to live with, but that's cool.
No, if you can,
If you understand English language, you will go better.
you can't give me your friends and service privilege and people who
Stop.
do
Open
this.
the gate. All right, open the gate. Leave it open. We don't want that here. Leave it open. Leave it open. Leave it open. I'm gonna personally.
That's about already. Yeah.
What's the hours we're gonna call? Leave it open.
Carry on, Theo.
Thank you, sir.
Bust your
You're
fucking
nothing but a thief.
Bust your
You're nothing but a thief.
Yep, Pocatory. Every day in this country is Pocatory. Every day. Every day is Pocatory, ladies and gentlemen. Every living day. Pocatory, left, right, and center. There you have it. And if you have had such an experience in a gated community, folks, let us know. We want to know, because we're being made to understand from the information we've received since this video went out, that a lot of this happening. A lot of this is happening to people. A lot of this. So we want to know what is happening, folks. We want to know what is happening and where it's happening. So please, let us know. Let us know, folks. Let us know. We want to know what is happening out there. Right? I'm holding again. I'm hoping that that this young lady comes on and let us know what transpired. I hope we can get a couple minutes of our time. I don't know how it's going to go. and while it's troubling our audio, but what a story. This story by Chrisandrea Limburgh-Fernandes of going there to the bank, asking for entry and being denied because she didn't have a vaccination card, one, but she explained to them why she didn't have a vaccination card. Right? As a breastfeeding mother, they put it out there that you have an option to take the vaccine or not to take the vaccine as a breastfeeding mother. She told them it was in the Gazette and all of that. According to Mrs. Fernandes, they didn't want to hear all of that. They had no interest in all of that. And so the issues really got out of hand. The matter got out of hand there. And it ended up where it ended up. That is the information out of Miss Fernandes. Out of Miss Fernandes. And so I wish that we could have her. But if we don't, definitely we're going to try to do that tomorrow evening. I'm holding for a second or two to see if she comes back. Maybe we can take a 5-10 minutes on the issue before I let you guys go off to the varying places that you go. But again, I ain't like what I heard here. I don't like what I read here in this story. I don't like what I read, what happened with the bank, the overtures from the bank to Miss Fernandes. Right? We got to treat people better. She stood out there, according to the information, asking to see a manager from the bank. And after all of that, the broken glass and the bruised egos and all that, she still ended up seeing the manager. I don't like the way a woman who had a child in her hand, an 18-month-old child, was treated. We used to treat pregnant women differently. We used to treat pregnant women much differently in this country. And we got to watch that. We're going down a dangerous road where that is concerned. A very, very dangerous road. And we want to watch it. I'm very surprised by the treatment of not only a woman, but the treatment of a woman who had an 18-month infant in her hand. Several requests. It looked like she was asking to see a manager from this bank for over an hour. Standing up out there, going for a simple document according to what Ms. Limburgh-Fernandes told us. A very, very simple document. And here is where we are this evening. Here is where we're there. This is where we are. Simple document. But definitely, if we cannot have Ms. Limburgh back, let me see if we have her now. Fingers crossed, folks, that the audio working and whatever else. Right? If you can hear her, folks, when she comes on, let me know if you can hear her. Fingers crossed, perhaps the third time is a charm. Who knows? Who knows? I think we have her back. Let's see. Miss Fernandes.
Hi, Cheryl. Good evening again. Good evening.
Third time is a charm indeed. Welcome in the ring. Welcome in the ring. I can hear you loud and clear. Loud and clear. Thank you again for coming in the ring, folks. You're going to want to share the live stream. You're going to want to show us those emojis. Miss Fernandes, let me get it right. Is Miss Chrisandrea Limburgh-Fernandes. And explain to us. We saw the video. We saw the video of that broken glass. Our impression is that was a whole crowd of people pressing on to Republic's Bank door there for entry, broke that glass. Tell us what happened. Tell us what happened, Chrisandrea. Go right ahead. Tell us what happened.
Well, definitely. Actually, I went to the bank. Maybe I got there like about maybe 11:45, somewhere thereabouts. I went to transact some business because I took a loan from the bank to pay my students at the University of Guyana, but there's some missing files. So I thought of going back to the bank to have them give me a copy of the supporting documents I would have used for the loan. So that's the reason I went to the bank, right? I wore a mask. When we got there, to some degree, social distancing was in effect. I had my child with me, however. I couldn't leave him with anybody, so I brought him with me. I waited, in fact, I spoke with the security guard first and I asked him which line should I join if I'm hoping to go to the loans department. He indicated which line, and I joined the line. We waited there for a while, and when it was our turn to go, because he indicated, two persons, the next two persons for loan can come forward. So I did. When I got to the security guard, he asked for the vaccination card and my ID. So I said to him, I'm breastfeeding. I do not have a vaccination card. I was not vaccinated. However, I do have my child clinic card and my ID to verify it's my child. He said, ma'am, you got to get a negative PCR test, then you can go to the bank. I said, ma'am, sorry, I think, you're not au fait with the Gazette. It says breastfeeding mothers, pregnant women are exempted if they choose to. I made a choice not to. In fact, my child has a very bad allergic reaction, right? And up to now, we're not certain what caused it. In fact, we spent several hours at the hospital on Sunday, right, way into the evening, right? So I explained that to him, and I said, you know what? He kept saying, you can't go in, mom, you gotta get a CPR test. I said, you know what? It might be best for me to speak with a manager. Can you hear me, Sharad?
Yes, I can.
Sharad, can you hear me?
Go right ahead.
Definitely. So I said, man, it might be best for me to speak with a manager. Initially, he ignored me for a while. And then I asked him again, can I get to see a manager? He ignored again. And a little while after, he went into the bank, spent a short while, and came out back. I had to ask him again. I said, any word from the manager? Ma'am, the manager said a different policy document that I'm unaware of, the public is unaware of. Well, he started ignoring me at this point, and I kept asking, you know what? I really need to speak with a manager, a supervisor, anybody who can assist me at this time. Because I'm seeing now if I leave, when I come again tomorrow, next week, a month later, I would reach with the same circumstance. I would not get a chance to meet in the bank. So I said, you know what, it's best for me to address the matter now. And the best person to speak with is a manager, a supervisor, anybody. He said, ma'am, you know what? Go and stand up in the line down there. Somebody can come and talk to you just now. So fair enough. I went into the line. I stood there 15, 20, 25 minutes. People in the line. You can't get this lady in the line so long. So I myself asked him again, sir, is anybody coming to talk with me? Mom, you got to wait. Sure. Another 10 minutes, 15 minutes would have elapsed. So I went back to him. This time I didn't remain in the line. I went back to him and said, you know, sir, I don't think it's wise for me to stand in the line with everybody else with the child. I mean, so long, I've stood there already. So I'm here to see, can I see a manager? Like now. Mom, you have to go back in the line. Go back in the line, somebody go come and talk to you there. I said, you know what, I'm not moving. I'm not moving until I speak with someone who can assist me. But for me, shortly after a staff passing, right? So the staff already made it into the door when I recognized it was the staff. He stopped to sanitize his hand and the door was still ajar, right? So, you know, I used the opportunity to start talking to him. I said, man, excuse me, can I have some assistance? This is the issue I'm having. Sharad, from the time I said, this is the issue I'm having, the security guard slammed the door.
What?
Slammed the door in my face, interrupting the conversation. The staff turned away, he continued walking. And I'm like, standing outside, I said, man, why would you do that? I'm standing here for some assistance, slammed the door in my face. Mom said, "You will come and talk you the truth because the video itself can't lie." It took like about 10, 15 more minutes. Nothing was happening. Nobody came out to see me. And for some reason, I think the security guard opened. I don't know if he let somebody in or what. No, at that time, I recognized some time would have elapsed, right? And maybe the security guard opened the door to let somebody in. Can you hear me?
Yes. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Go right ahead. The challenges with technology, folks. The
Can you hear me,
challenges with
Sarah?
technology. Yes, I can.
So I'm saying at that point, somebody opened the door to let somebody in. Yes. Yes. So I figured he opened the door to let somebody in. So I took that opportunity and I stuck my leg in the doorway. Right? I had no intention pushing my way in. All I wanted was the opportunity to see someone and say, what, can I speak with somebody? Yeah, my home someone and say, what, can I get some assistance? But from the time I first reached into the door, the security said, "Mom, you can't go in." And he slammed the door on me. At this time, I was so tired, waiting so long that my child was now in front of me. I tired holding him on my hips, so I'm now holding him in front of me. Right? So as my foot is in, the door is pressed against me. Right? The male security is pressing the door against me, and the female security had her hand behind my son's back, holding the stationary door. Right? So he's saying, "Mom can't go inside." Okay, out. However, you're squeezing the child's leg. Right? If you open the door a bit, I'll step out. Adam's back. I thought, "You're squeezing the child. Just open the door. I'll step up. Open the door." Right? So I started expressing myself like, wow. I don't know if something in that statement triggered the female security guard, but she took it upon herself at that point to push me, literally push me. And in pushing me, the child went straight out of my hand onto the ground. Sharon, I'm going to be honest with you. People might beat me for this, but I didn't take the time to see where my child is. Nobody understands the challenges I went through to get that little boy. 36 years of age, 36 years of my life I waited for that child. Right? So I didn't wait 1 second to see where he fell. My attention was all on her. You understand? My intention was to really land a good punch in her face. Sorry to be saying it like this, but I need to let the public know exactly how I felt. Right? At that point, the male security, in fact, I had her tie wrapped around my hand already, and I was ready to land a solid punch. Right? But the male security guard got in the middle, and in dodging the punch, she pulled back instantly to pieces. At that point, I needed some time to recuperate, think about what was happening. I immediately called the police. I did. I explained to them what happened, and I may need an ambulance to take into the hospital. At this time, all the managers, all the staff, the people I wanted to see all the time, everybody was outside now. And the manager was willing to talk. He invited me into his nice
Privilege.
AC office.
Yeah.
Ma'am, this should have never happened. This is not the bank's policy. This is not how we treat with our customers. In fact, because I said some things outside and they indicated that I heard, because I said, you know what, I am going to sue Republic Bank. And maybe that got to their hearing because he said, you know what, we're willing to compensate. I said, no. I said, that's the last thing I want to talk about. My child is injured. You understand? He said, man, what business you came to do? I explained to him what I came to do. I said, he said, we can sort that out for you. And I said, no, we can do that another time. Help me to get my child to the hospital.
Yeah.
To be fair, at that point, with the assistance of the emergency hospital, where my child was able to get some medical attention, wounded. They did like a skull X-ray to ensure that there was no fracture or that sort of thing. And the doctor advised that I monitor him for 24 hours and a further month. Because, these things tend to map the monitor the child for a while. Fortunate for me, yesterday I had the opportunity to meet again with representatives from Republic Bank. And again, they expressed horror at what occurred. And, they said, definitely they cannot penalize the staff, right? But definitely something would have to be done as it pertains to the company itself. And that I kind of understand. But on a personal note, I did file charges against the female security guard. And that matter is currently under investigation. In fact, I also made a report to Child Care and Protection Agency. And that too is currently on investigation at this time.
Yeah. Cassandra, I cannot add anything else there. I think you've explained it all, and I really want to thank you for using this time to come and to let the public know what really happened, because we saw the video, persons came to their own conclusion, but I'm so happy that you came and you explained to us what really transpired there and that you're engaging the bank as to moving forward. I know.
And you know what, Sherrod? I would have captured everything that I just said to you. Everything that I just said to you. And further, I had to ask the representative from the bank, what policies would they be putting in place now after an incident like this?
Yeah.
At least to ensure that it does not reoccur. And he informed me that the bank had a policy that the security guards and staff in general should be following as it pertains to pregnant mothers, mothers with children, and the elderly. And he was kind of concerned that that was not followed. He said, even in the COVID pandemic, I should not have had to stand in the line with the child.
Yeah.
To my horror, I brought his attention the Gazette. Actually, I showed him, this is what the Gazette order said about breastfeeding mom. I said, isn't the bank aware of this? And if so, why was I having a hard time and, actually ending up in an incident like this? I want to know if, these institutions aren't appraised of what these policy documents are saying. And if they are, why are they not following it? I went back to the bank and again, I told them, I'm using my child's card and my ID. And another security guard said, no, we can't let you. I said, ma'am, I had an incident here yesterday. I do not want to go through this again. I asked to speak with the manager and he promptly came out. But I found it at even, I'm going to say it here, even at the Child Care and Protection Agency, I went there yesterday to make the report, the initial report, and I was not let in. I showed the security guard the memorandum because I'm not working with it on my phone. I showed her, she said, ma'am, it's not me, it's management. So I do believe the government must do something to ensure that these institutions understand, the policies and how they are to treat with persons who have legitimate reasons for not taking the vaccines.
Yeah. Cassandra, once more, I want to thank you for coming in the ring and sharing your story with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much,
Great.
Sharon. Nice to have you, me.
Awesome. Folks, yeah.
Thank you.
Folks, I didn't want to interrupt her too much because I know we're having a delay in the audio and we're going to be back and forth. But I want to thank you, Ringsiders, for staying with us. And I want to thank Chrisandrea Limburgh-Fernandes for sharing that story with us. And I hope that other institutions are impacted to let there be a marriage between the policies that are there and what their own policies as a bank says. And I knew it used to be a time when, pregnant mothers would be taken up, or even mothers with young babies in their hands would be taken up to the front of the line, and people would easily give way for that to happen. But it seems as though somehow we perhaps have lost our humanity a little bit in all of that, in all of this. So, we're encouraging those institutions, and lots of those institutions are going to be listening to us this evening to revise what you have there already and ensure that people can engage the bank in a meaningful way. Once they have satisfied whatever are the COVID policies, y'all got to know what y'all going to do, how y'all going to do it. Right? But take an example from this case and don't end up in the same situation where the goodwill and the good name of the bank got to be soiled because, somebody's not au fait with the policies that you all have. So perhaps it's a time for a refresher. Guys, I want to thank you guys for staying with us in the overtime. We've gone a little bit. We've got Chrisandrea at the end there, and I really wanted to have you hear her story so you can get a better context to what happened there, folks. That's our program for this evening. As you know, I'm going to stick around for a few minutes and give a shout out for folks, to a few folks. For those of you who are going on to other places and other shows, I do have a great evening. Continue to social distance, wear your mask, sanitize, practice all the COVID-19 protocols that are out there for your health and your safety, that of your family, friends, and loved ones. Folks, we got to keep fighting. We got to fight COVID-19. We got to do what we got to do. As you guys go, ensure that you share that live stream. We want to see those emojis there also. Share the live stream. Kemrat Singh, you share the live stream. Thanks for joining us. German Osborne, you share the live stream. Thanks for being in the arena this evening. Shelly Ann, you share the live stream. Thank you for being in the arena this evening. I see Kim Dixon is here and Sandra Lewis. Thank you guys for spending this time with us. I see Stacey Ann Stoll is with us this evening. Stacey Ann, I hope you have had your porridge and you're ready for bed. Nicola Yaw, Chandel Ward, Abiola Clark, Michelle Williams. Doc, how you doing? Good to see you there. Folks, I really hope that these institutions had a chance to internalize their own policy and we can be some part of meaningful change from hearing this story being explicated in this way. Laverne, Harry Chiran, Kelman, good to see you. Bibi Ram Kumar, good to see you as well. Baby Paulette Hicks, all you fantastic folks. Angela McDonald, Teresa Jilt, nice people. Africa Charles, good to see you as well. Bless up to you too, Africa Charles. Abigail Othniel or Othniel Passat, good to see you there. Good to see you, Rayon Nurse, all you fantastic folks. Thank you for joining us in the ring this evening. That's our program for tonight. Claire Alexis, Richmond, good to see you there. Alexis Joseph, all you fantastic folks. Warnella Garnett is here in the ring. Erica Hooper, Yulene Reed, all the usual suspects in the arena tonight. Good to have all of you here engaging this issue. It was our privilege to have you guys. I don't want to keep you much further. I know we've been a little into the overtime. I see Irma Jerick Harry is here too. Good to see you, Irma. Roxanne Odessa. Great to see you. Dolet Asana. Winston Bob. Great to see all of you guys. Tiffany Portish. Is it Sharks? I see Paulette Greaves is here too. Lovely, lovely people. Good to see you guys. Auntie Sandra Hanover is here. Sandra Hawker. All the Sandras here. Mullian Mullin is here tonight. And Mullian is asking me to give somebody a shout out. Now I gotta go scrolling up back. Mullian, why y'all stay, sir? It's only because I like you. Only because he's a ringsider. Mullian Mullin, great to see you guys. Thanks for coming by, folks. That's our program for this evening. Stay safe. Share the live stream as you go, guys. If you haven't had a chance to share it yet, share the live stream. And we want to see those emojis. Thank you so much, guys. And as you go, we've been asking you guys to come on board and partner with us. And that's the last thing I'll say as I go. We cannot do this without your generous support. And we know some of you guys have already been showing us your support. And we want to thank you for that. But we know there are lots of you who could be partnering with us Guys, it's $1 that's going to be well spent. At Cash App, it's $sign in the ring 592. At PayPal, it's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. That's our PayPal email. At the MMG system, it's 627-6963. We're also available on the platforms MoneyGram and Western Union. You have any concerns, you need any guidance? That number for MMG, 627-6963. It's a good number to reach us on for any queries, any guidance that you may need. That's our program for this evening, guys. Do stay safe. Stay safe, guys. We're going to see you guys right back here tomorrow. Stay safe. Stay safe. You know, some of y'all want to give some more shout-outs. All right, man. I'm coming back. Let me see who else is still here. Y'all like story, though. Y'all like story with me. Let me see who's still here, man. All right, man. All right. Is that the usual suspect like me wrong? I know why y'all are going to y'all bed. Like Sharon Castillo, Edwards, Natoya McDonald, Laverne. Is it Lincott? I see Colin Bascom Jr. is here. Fly Life. Atala Wade is here. The big flyer. Wifey, you're joining me on YouTube this evening. Good to see you, darling. Sharon is here still. Guys, have a great evening. Janet Coates and Roger Norris. Have a fantastic evening. And as Doc says, as Michelle Williams says, rest well, guys. Melissa Barnwell, Tapin Batchford, Joylyn Cook, Denise Samuels, rest well, guys. Stay safe. That's our program time for this evening. That's our program.